All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, today is the 25th of February 2024, and by this day last year, Nigerians went all out to give their votes to Peter Obi because they believed that he was the man to turn this country around. But we know the story. We know what INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu did. He did what he did, and we are where we are today. And during the campaigns, Peter Obi was the only candidate that kept on stressing that there was danger ahead. He kept on saying that Nigeria could not continue to do the same thing that we used to do, that the consequences were going to be very disastrous. He said the sharing formula could not continue. He said we needed to move from being a country of consumption to a country of production. He kept warning and warning. And look at what is happening to Nigeria now. Look at the kind of hopelessness that has pervaded the country because of poorly thought out economic policies, because of business as usual mode of operation. And the government of the day has resorted to trial and error because they were not prepared for the task that they are seeing now. So what they are doing is to try this, it doesn't work. You try this one, it does not work. You try, and they are running away from the major steps that can be taken to fix the economy. They are running away from them because they are not prepared. And one of their trial and error moves has brought them serious disgrace by the actions of manufacturers. Before I show you how it happened and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you these updates. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria raised import duties to 1,515 naira per dollar, and that brought this level of hardship upon Nigeria. The hunger increased because we run an import-based economy. If anything happens to import duties, prices jack up, and that was what happened. House of Rep members, spoke to the CBN and said, no, this is too much, bring it down. And they brought it down to 1,400 plus naira per dollar. And in less than 24 hours, they jacked it up again. Not to 1,515 this time, but to 1,605. Look at how the papers reported it. Again, CBN raises custom duty rates to 1,605.82 naira per dollar. Less than 5 days after it marginally reduced the customs exchange rate from 1,515 naira to 1,472 naira last week, the Central Bank of Nigeria has again, for the umpteenth time, increased the rate to 1,605.82 naira per dollar. The rate, which has already been reflected on the custom portal today, has further dampened the hope of the despondent custom brokers and their importers that the Apex Bank has finally eased its foot on the pedal. Recall that last Friday, February 16, 2024, the CBN reduced the rate to 1,472 per dollar, 24 hours after it raised it to 1,515 per dollar. Also recall that the reduction last week was in response to the appeal made by the members of the House of Representatives who frowned at the frivolous manner in which the Apex Bank has been jacking up custom duty exchange rate. The recent increase, which the stakeholders said will not be the last, has set tongues wagging about whether the CBN is sensitive to the pains, hunger, and general sufferings in the country. Customs brokers have lamented that the incessant increases have impacted negatively on their businesses as well as trade volume, as importers have abandoned their goods at the ports, while others have diverted their cargoes to the ports of neighboring countries. Recall that the CBN has increased the custom duty exchange rate more than 5 times in 1 month this year. Oh! Now, you heard that. Is this not a deliberate move to kill the citizens and the economy of this country? Because the report says some cargo owners have abandoned their cargoes at the ports, while some others have moved their cargoes to the ports of neighboring countries. Then the few ones who will manage to clear will now sell to the citizens at prices that are unaffordable. Is this not a deliberate attempt to finish citizens and to completely destroy the economy of this country? And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. And this tweet by Frankly says, they don't care if half the country goes hungry or businesses die in their thousands. I swear to whatever it is you worship, they don't care for anything. They don't care, that is it. And this tweet here says, incessant increase in custom duties is taking its toll on businesses. And this reply says, they obviously don't understand how these things work. I think they understand how it works. It is just a deliberate attempt to punish the people and destroy businesses, destroy the economy. I don't know why they are doing this, but this is clearly what they are doing, and I think it is deliberate. And Ayodeji Kayode here says, let them keep raising everything. When they get to the threshold, everything go reset. Razor's generation. And this tweet by Michael says, these people don't even have hope that dollar will go down. Since I was born, nothing that has ever raised in Nigeria ever came down. This is like a curse, my brother. It is like a curse on this nation. And honestly, I don't know how Nigeria is going to climb out of the economic pit that the APC and TINUBU are putting it into. I don't just know how. And they are not just doing this with the importers. Even the local manufacturers are having problems. And now they are beginning to dare and defy the government. Now, when cement was selling at 10,500 naira, the government went into a closed-door meeting with cement manufacturers. And they began threatening them, telling them that if they don't drop the price of cement, that they are going to open borders for importers to bring cement in. You see, these people don't have knowledge on how to run an economy. They think it is by threats. They think it is by hook or crook. And after that meeting, they came out and began to deceive Nigerians, saying that cement was going to drop to 7,000 naira per bag, which is even very high because this thing was selling for 3,500, 4,000 when they came in. But now, cement manufacturers have come out to defy the government and to wreak havoc on the people. Look at what is happening to the cost of cement. Just in, cement sells for 11,000 naira in Lagos. Despite the agreement reached with manufacturers that cement should be sold for 7,000 naira, the product is still being sold for between 10,000 naira and 11,000 naira in the Dimu area of Lagos State. A retailer simply identified as Alaja said the news that cement should sell for 7,000 naira is just a hoax. According to her, Dangote blocked all payment portals while negotiations were on with the federal government. And by the time it was reopened, the price was hiked again. She said even Bua, which was selling for 3,500 naira, was the first to hike prices. In fact, the Dangote payment portal was blocked last week, only for them to reopen it, and the price was increased by another 400 naira. All the noise of 7,000 naira is just in the media. It is not real. Another outlet did not have any stock on the ground. The owner, who pleaded for anonymity, corroborated Alaja. He said, at this point, I don't know what else to do. Cement is off limits for now because I don't even know how to restock. The 7,000 naira price being bandied in the news is unreal. The price was increased by 400 naira after manufacturers met with the government. We just hope things return to normal as soon as possible. The price was increased after manufacturers met with the government. And now they are hoping things will return to normal. So it is not by gra-gra. If you don't have the key, you cannot open the door. These people think they can just gather people and sweet talk them. For how long will this continue? And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Charles says it's like the 3 major cement manufacturers calling bluff of Tinubu-led government. Of course, that is what they are doing. And for so many reasons, they are right. You cannot confuse the economy, scatter the economy, then you come and start forcing private individuals to crash their own prices for you. It doesn't work that way. And you may try to appeal to their sentiments that, oh, they should try and help Nigerians. Nigerians are suffering. How about you ameliorate that suffering? Were you not the ones that caused the suffering? So what do you have to tell a private individual? How have you cut the cost of governance? Have you done that? You have not done that. So these people don't have anything to say to private manufacturers. And nobody should come and say they are wicked. No, it is the government that is wicked. And this tweet by Tunde says, I thought FG agreed with cement manufacturers to sell between 7K to 8K. How can you float exchange rate and want to dictate price of commodities? It is not possible. Before you floated the exchange rate, did you meet the private sector? Did you liaise with them? No. You wanted to do it so that they will say you are a hero. Hasty and poorly thought out economic policies. Now the consequences are playing out and you are trying to force manufacturers to do your own bidding. It does not work that way. And Ikechukwu here says, in my area, it sells for 12,000 naira. There are places where it sells for 13,000. That is the situation that Nigerians are facing right now. And these marketers have come out to defy the government. And there is nothing they can do about it. Because when you don't have it, you don't have it. And the people can see. And like I keep saying, this is how Nigerians will continue to suffer under the APC. Because even if they wanted to do right, I know they lack the political will, but even if they wake up today and say, okay, let us fix Nigeria, believe me, they don't have the knowledge of how to do so. And we cannot solve the problems of this country with the same heads that created it. That is why I keep saying this country will not know freedom. This country will not know progress until Nigerians can unite and kick the APC out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away.